just wanna ride my bike, yeah. I'm just sick of always watching the news. I just wanna go outside, yeah. Spend a weekend way up top with a view.
Hey, what is up, everybody? You are listening to another episode of The Rim Break, where we press on the brakes on life a little bit and appreciate some of the businesses around us. I am your host, Albert, and I am not on my bicycle right now because it is very smoky outside due to a lot of the fires happening right now. But yeah, we can help out our fellow Californians. It's a terrible fire that are just taking out all these houses, so I'll put a link in the show notes if you want to donate. And yeah, I hope everything goes. I hope they put out those fires. It's just truly just terrible. And yeah, today we're going to be learning about Rainbow Sandals. Yeah, some cool, unique findings that some fun facts that I found about the company. Let's just jump into a pre-history of the footwear category of what we call flip-flops. The sandal was documented as early as 4000 BC from the ancient Egyptians. Many cultures have had their own versions of these sandals, just different designs, different materials, from papyrus and palm leaves in Egypt to rawhide in Africa to wood in India to rice straw in China and Japan, to more modern materials today such as leather, rubber, and other synthetics. The modern flip-flop was inspired after World War II, after the Japanese Zori. Then the US began to put their own Western twist on things by making them different shapes, colors, patterns, all that kind of good stuff. And the flip-flop began to be known as the beach footwear of choice for a good reason. It's affordable, light, comfortable. And then some companies that began to rise, Havaianas, a Brazilian company. It is the country's largest footwear brand, and Rainbow Sandals, a California-based company, and that's what we're here for today. We're going to talk about Rainbow Sandals. But all flip-flops are not made the same, from the cheap dollar flip-flops that are typically used for like a trip and then thrown out, to the upgraded flip-flops that are a little more pricey. They have a little longer life, and they have higher materials, higher quality materials. An example is Rainbow Sandals. So yeah, let's just jump into their story. So Jay Sparky Longley is a living example of an entrepreneur. He saw a problem and just decided to act on it. Just do something about it. He was just your average beach bum surfer. He was all around the world just surfing, having a good time on the beach, and he just saw a problem of all these broken sandals abandoned on the beaches, and he thought to himself, oh, I could make a better sandal and something more comfortable, something more durable than the average sandal on the market at the time. This sounds like it would be easy, but he had to do everything from scratch, the entire process, from materials to techniques, and even down to the glue. Some techniques that were formulated while we're finding the material that would mold to the user's foot. They had to formulate a dense sponge rubber. Another technique that they used were the straps that could withstand 2,000 pounds. A 2,000 pound test nylon webbing to prevent stretching. To utilize a box X stitch using parachutes to secure the toe piece. Finding new sources of leather for the right look and longevity. And creating their own glue formula to keep them together. They wanted to create a product that would stay out of landfills, and Rainbow owns the product. I think they own the product after you even leave the store or order it online, because they don't want you throwing out these sandals or your worn out sandals in the trash can. When they're past their wearability, their warranty, whatever, you just don't want them anymore, you can send your sandals back to Rainbow Sandals, and they will repurpose them or repair these old sandals and protect the feet of the homeless, orphan, and victims of natural disaster. So yeah, that's just the little cool things that I found. And let's jump into the story. So Rainbows was started in a garage in Laguna Beach, California. They had a $200 startup cost, and this was the cost of the sewing machine and some rubber. And boom, you have Rainbow Sandals. But yeah, so this is really cool. $200 to start up a company. I just read the book, The $100 Startup, and this totally meets the qualifications. Just a low startup cost and just more than $50,000 in revenue. Totally fits it. Super amazing. Yeah, let's get back on track here. Sparky wanted to make the world's best sandal, and one of his first customers was Dick Mex of Hobby, a kayak company. This makes sense because it's a water sport and sandal. Yeah, it goes together like peanut butter and jelly. So Sparky had to make 6 pairs and put them on consignment. Then things started to slowly pick up after that. They started off super small. And Sparky sold the early versions of the sandal in a parking lot of the Sawdust Festival. This didn't make vendors very happy, the Sawdust Festival. So Sparky just decided to move down to San Clemente, where he incorporated the Rainbow Sandals in 1974. Then many iterations later, he developed a sandal that met his requirement. It looked good, felt great, and did not wear out. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool seeing this process from 0 to 1, seeing from nothing to something. This is really cool. And it just took a little bit of time before these sandals started to catch on and become more popular. Let's just do a little rapid fire history. In 2000, Rainbow Sandals their sales grew faster than ever. 2002, Rainbow Sandals opened a corporate facility on 900 Cali Negocio. They needed more space to keep up the production, and today Rainbow Sandals makes 2 million pairs of sandals each year. That is a lot of sandals. These are some of the best sandals you can get, created by hand using the strongest glue to keep the layers together and to keep the straps in place. Rainbows uses the best materials so your sandals won't break down and become litter on this earth. These are just super tough, built to last sandals. These sandals took many iterations to perfect, from many attempts to getting the sponge rubber to get that memory foam mold to mold to the user's foot. These things don't become good after like the first try. It takes many hours and many formulas to get the perfect product, or just something that you're proud to get out to the public. And yeah, these are just really comfortable. And the Rainbow Guarantee, this is something that they stand for. So Rainbow Sandals stand by the product so much that they have the Rainbow Guarantee, which states that Rainbow Sandals will repair your sandals if they are damaged or defective due to manufacturing defects only. If your sandals are covered under our warranty and we are unable to repair them, we will issue you a new pair. But it's probably not going to happen. You probably won't need to use their guarantee, because their products are just so well made, and they're loved by their customers to the point that their fans are just sending them letters and photos of their worn down sandals back to Rainbow Sandals. And they have an entire Instagram following with the hashtag mileage plus where you can read stories of customers who retire their old Rainbows. I think it's just a genius marketing tactic. Rainbow sells you the product, you wear them down, have lots of really cool adventures with them, and you send them back to Rainbows with a letter of appreciation. They repair it, they give it to somebody else. So yeah, customers for life. It's pretty smart. And let's just go through some I like to do some basic questions. So the proper and full name of Rainbow Sandals is Rainbow Sandals Incorporated. The Rainbow Sandals philosophy is to repair, reuse, and recycle, and their mission is to make the world's best sandal. And I definitely do believe that they make the world's best sandal. Rainbow Sandals Incorporated is headquartered in San Clemente, California. It was founded in Laguna Beach, California by J. Sparky Longley. His nickname is Sparky. It is a privately owned company. I don't see them on the stock market. Definitely not publicly traded, so I think it's still pretty low-key, but very popular company. The company is pretty small. It's about 51 to 200 employees big, but they do outsource some production to China, about 75%, for efficiency and because of the solvent used in the glue, or the solvent in the glue used. That's weird. Getting tripped up on my words, but Sparky still runs the factory that makes some of the sandals, and he did have to install a catalytic oxidizer in the San Clemente factory that scrubs all of the volatile organic compounds, VOCs, out of the glue before it's emitted in the air. And he's legally only allowed to make 1,000 pairs each day in San Clemente, and they're unable to use the VOC-free glue in California for it's too combustible under the fire code. And the key products they make are sandals, flip-flops, other footwear. And some really cool things that I saw about this company was they really like to give back to the community. I was just peeping around their website, and some organizations they like to donate to and just support were the Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Orange County. They have a wide, diverse portfolio of people to give back to. The U.S. Marine Corps, the Boys and Girls Clubs of Orange County, just to name a few. Yeah, the Rainbow Sandals they are no stranger to giving back to the community, and it's a really wonderful thing. Sparky's a CEO, founder, and repairman. Yeah, so I think that is all I have for this podcast for right now. And we will go into more of a marketing and just more customer experience on the next episode. That's my favorite part of this podcast, is just trying to test out these products or just interview some people who actually have these products. That's something I really enjoy. I really enjoy doing this podcast too. So thank you for listening. I just really enjoy it. And I have a very special savage shout out to my boy Alec. I think I already shouted you out before, but I'm not sure. But maybe. But yeah, the only reason why this podcast is even around is because I think I was on the phone with you over the summer, and then I was just like, I want to start a podcast, and you just told me to do something that I liked and just combine it into the show. And yeah, I was like, I like business and biking, so might as well combine that. And yeah, that's how this Rim Break podcast became to be. Yeah, thanks again for letting me crash in your room for the summer. That's super clutch. Would have been homeless for like a month or two, I think. but